If I do this every day, I said often. Anytime she
What is up, YouTube? This is Flares here. I'm going to be talking about some of the roster changes that have happened throughout the MLG here lately, mostly today. A lot of changes today. We're going to talk about Nadeshot quitting and everything else, etc. So basically, the other day, Nadeshot, I think it was Saturday, if I am correct, Nadeshot quit, not quit, he said he was taking a break from competitive Call of Duty because he said he would come back maybe towards the end of this COD or the next COD, or at the beginning of the next COD. I can see why he quit. I just didn't think he would. I think that personally, Nadeshot got a lot of hate and was always the one accused for Optic losing, but I just want to get my personal thought on that real quick. At Champs, Nadeshot wasn't the only one that underperformed. Obviously, if Nadeshot would have been dropping more kills or keeping up the kills of the other players, they would have been just as dominant. But at the 3 previous LANs, if you look at the stats from the 3 previous LANs they won, and then Columbus where they placed second, compared to Champs stats, Scumpy's stats are the only one that compares to the other 3. Formal, Nade, and Krem all played under power. Like, they didn't play up to full potential, it seemed like. They all kind of slacked. I feel like Seth is really the only person that really played his mind out of his mind that event. I think them 3 players just not playing together, like they all said in their video, there just wasn't good vibes, and it just didn't feel right. If a team's not working good together at a point, they're not gonna play together, and that's just simple as that. You know, that's how it is. So I think Nade got a lot more hate than what he should have. I obviously don't think he's the best player in competitive, and that's obvious, but I don't think he's as bad as people make him out to be. You know, he's got to deal with a lot of hate, being he is pretty much, like they say, the most famous gamer. But that's besides the point. He quit because he felt that he was letting his team down, that he couldn't pull his weight compared to the other 3, and he's holding them back from winning LANs and other tournaments, events, etc. So he would be coming back later, which obviously this is big. This is a big roster change for some. I don't think a lot of people saw Nade quitting. Not quitting, but taking a break. I didn't see it myself, so that's how that is. Optic Gaming, to replace Nade's spot, picked up Karma. He was on Optic Nation before, and then in Ghost he was a part, obviously, of the EG squad all the way up until basically the end of Ghost, where he played on FaZe. He is going to be replacing Nade. Scumpy, Formal, and Krem is all staying on the team, obviously. I think that team is personally going to dominate. Obviously now, with even more sling power than what Nadeshot could put out, we got Karma. I think that team will absolutely dominate. Optic Nation roster change. The famous Optic Nation team back at the end of Ghost. Hilla, Miracles, Ricky, and Bose. Chemistry was so good at the end of Ghost. They placed second in several events. They just could not get that first place. They all kind of just broke up at the beginning of Advanced Warfare. As confirmed today, they will be teaming together again. I'm extremely excited for this roster because, I don't know, like, I wanted this roster at the beginning of Advanced Warfare, and they split up, which I didn't think they would. So they were playing so good, it just seemed like they couldn't get a couple things down that they needed to. The next roster change I want to talk about is Huke, man. Good old Huke came into the competitive scene. I'm assuming this year. I don't think he was talked about it at all in Ghost. I'm not sure. If he was, I don't know. I didn't hear about him much. But Huke has been transferred over to FaZe. I think he's on FaZe Red. I don't even know if there is a FaZe Black roster anymore. That is the one thing I don't know, if there is at all a FaZe Black roster. So if it's FaZe Red, Aches was captain of that, if I'm correct, and I do not know if he is still captain of that, or if he is still on FaZe. I don't personally care a ton about Aches. Talks a lot of shit. But anyway, if he is still on FaZe, regardless, he is on FaZe, regardless of who captain is. Very happy about that. Huke is, I think he's only 15. He's, in my opinion, a very, very underrated player. Very good at the game, and especially at that age, man. Doesn't, you know, he's just basically getting started, and he destroys. Like, I could see him. I mean, obviously he's already a pro, but I mean like a top A player. You know, he's basically, in my opinion, already is a top A1 player. Parasite got moved over to TK. So TK was Looney, Goonjar, Sharp, and Theory. Looney is no longer part of the team. He got benched on their last season game. He wanted to leave, and Sharp didn't think he would go hard, so he got benched. But Looney ended up leaving. Theory is no longer on the team. They picked up Nameless. Nameless, I believe, was on MV. Yes. And then Parasite was on FaZe. And it's now the roster Sharp, Goonjar, Parasite, and Nameless. That's basically it for all the roster changes that I know of right now, and some of the big ones at that anyway. Yeah, it's basically all, guys. If you all watch this, I want to thank you guys for watching, and as always, leave a like and comment if you enjoyed, and deuces!